What's up, everyone? Let's dive into today's market update. Today is January 21st on a Wednesday, and right now we're looking at gold on a daily time frame. So, as you can see, we closed bullish for today and the previous day. So, what that tells us, we're still in a nice uptrend, as well as overall for the week, we're still bullish. So, we go to the 4 hour, we can see here that within inside this bullish 4 hour candle range, we can see how price came into this area and reacted and pushed up. So this let us know that this is a support level, right? So if the next 4 hour candle, let's say if the next 4 hour candle closed bullish, right, then that can be a clear indication that price will continue to push up towards 5,000. But if the next 4 hour candle end up closing bearish, then that could be a clear indication for gold to push down. And even if gold do push down and start retracing, it doesn't mean that we're in a downtrend. It just means when retracement price is still overall bullish. So, and this is the reason why I say this, because if we look at yields, right? Let's go to yields real quick. On yields, we can see how that was pushing up, right? Right now, we are at a retracement. We was in this range for a long time. Price broke out of this range right here. So this becomes a resistance to a support level, right? So as we became overbought on our side, you can see how price is starting to retrace down, right? So let's say if yields come into this level, right? If yields do not dip back below here and it comes to this support level and it start actually going up higher, back up higher, then that would be a clear indication that gold can definitely will be going to a retracement or even a deep retracement, especially if it um, uh, continue to go back up higher. But overall, we're still bullish, especially with tension going on with U.S. trying to take over Greenland. And usually, when there's tension like that, uh, investors usually tend to go to gold as a safe haven. So, because when stuff is going on around the world, people want to put their money where things are safe, and that's going to continue to work even things are going crazy. So that's what gold pretty much is, right? Um, and if gold closed bearish on top of that, let's say if gold closed bearish on the 4 hour, right, on the next 4 hour candle, and then we continue to still, you know, push up, right, then that'd be a clear indication that we could be seeing gold retrace. But we're still overall bullish as long as we respect these around this overall range in general. We're still bullish, and we're getting closer and closer, right? So it just really depends on what yield's gonna do. But overall, we're still bullish. Let's see what DXY is doing. So as we can see, DXY on the previous day, we actually closed bullish, right? So as you can see, I already have the drawing already out. So you can see here that price actually came up, right? Got choppy around this range and then pushed back up, breaking this high, but all of a sudden we broke below here. So right now we're literally retesting off of this zone, right? So what does this mean for DXY? If the next day closed bullish, right? This is very key. If the next day closed bullish, then that means DXY can easily start pushing back up higher. But if the next day closed bearish, then that'd be a confirmation off of this resistance level where price broke out of to continue to go down lower. Because on a weekly, we're actually in a downtrend, but we currently in a transition phase where price can potentially reverse. So this, if it break, though I say on a weekly, if it breaks above here, this is a weekly level. If it breaks above here, then that'll be a clear breaking structure on a weekly of a clear reversal to see price continue to go up. So this whole phase has not even been completed yet. So that's why I say and then but I can say this, we do have a nice breaking structure right here. So we have a small breaking structure where price is retesting at right here. So with that being said, right, so you can see kind of like draw this out. It's kind of choppy, like a little range bound type, but you can see where it kind of broke out, right? So as long as price continue to stay push above, let's say if the next 4 hour candle closed bullish, then yeah, that could be an indication to see price continue going back up. But if we end up closing bearish on a 4 hour candle, at least one candle or two candles close bearish and close strong, especially if it breaks below here, then that'll be a clear indication to see price start going back down lower. So really a more indication of seeing price push down here, because that would be a confirmation off of this resistance levels. Why do we do that? Because let's say if I was looking for a sell set up, right, and I want to sell into this resistance level that's currently in, it's actually a little bit above it, but let's say if I want to sell into this, right, what happened if price continue to push up? So this is why we wait for that confirmation for price to come into our support level, and then we want to, resistance level, and then we want to see price do something like this. So we want to see price how it tap into here and then do something like this, and then that'd be like a clear indication that, okay, hey, so you'll be like an entry here, stop off below here, above here. But obviously we don't use DXY to trade. We use DXY as a leading indicator for other pairs. So stuff like USD Japan, we can see that, okay, right now we've been choppy pretty much all week on USD Japan, right? It has not gone anywhere. And we can see here that we had this clear, nice break of structure with price retest underneath the resistance, right? And you can see how we had this nice, we closed bullish the 4-hour candle, but you can see how price came all the way back down. Same thing with this candle here. You see price open, shot up all the way to here, and then came back down, closing bearish. So this shows a lot of rejection in this zone right here. A lot of rejection in this zone. So this is a clear indication, okay, hey, look, you're gonna want to wait to see if the next 4-hour candle closed bearish, right, then that'll be a clear indication to see price start pushing back down, right? So other than that, that's my input. If you have a pair that you want me to break down, drop in the comments below. I'd be glad to break it down for you. Or if you have any general question about trading in general, I'd be glad to answer it for you. Like I always tell y'all, look at my TikTok channel as a public Discord. I do have, like, I wouldn't say mentorship, but I do have like a more personal one-on-one. Like if you want like more of a mentor with me, then I do have a $5 for 24-hour access, no commitment. But other than that, if you want to continue to have the free version, then yeah, TikTok where it's gonna be at. It'll be like a public Discord for everybody. I post daily updates on the market every single day. So with that being said, I see you in the next breakdown. And make sure y'all have proper risk management. Continue to do what you gotta do in these charts and stay consistent, stay disciplined. Don't let your emotions get the best of you. And I'll see you next video. Peace.